Okay, we are back for year 4 of I was and currently am a teenage exocolonist. As usual, my wonderful partner OneSilverKey is with me.
What are we about to turn 14 or about to turn
14. I remember from the last video I was like, I am now an exocolonist. So this is, I believe,
you
year
were all right, you were always an exocolonist.
right, but a teenage exo. I love how I've got my yeah, I'm age 14. I've got my tongue stuck out in
Oh,
the
fun.
picture up top.
I think the models changed. So actually if you want to, you can change your gender.
Oh, and look at Mars's new hairstyle. Looks nice.
So cute.
Big fan. We'll go ahead and give you a crystal cluster. Now, what were you just saying?
So if you go to I think the heart, no. Maybe?
The heart is
Yeah.
friends.
You can change what your model looks like.
Oh, interesting. So we're gonna go androgynous.
Well, so because there's different like the picture changes depending, and the little walk around guy
Yeah.
changes um depending on your
We
gender
can.
expression.
Oh, interesting. Pardoner.
Hardener.
Cowpoke. Wow. This is very very extensive, and I
They got
appreciate that.
options. They got options for you.
I'm
Rex's
definitely.
special friend. I love that one. That one made me happy.
Oh my God, Dis. Dis, what are you wearing? Okay, for a second I thought Dis was wearing like shades.
He's
No,
a
it was just
Tumblr sexy man.
it was just I have students like this. The skinny goth
Listen,
kid.
he looks like that one Whoville character. Um
And why are you playing a game in the rain? You haven't heard of it. Okay, so definitely like full on full on emo kid. I made it myself. You're a game developer. Okay. On his holopad is a picture of Mars, and you watch him drag a match from the sidebar and drop it on her face. Little animated flames wiggle over the picture. So what happened to Mars? Same thing that always happens. Yeah, so he is making a game in which he gets to murder one of his classmates. I feel like this is
Get it. Get it,
not.
girly.
No, I feel like this is not the healthiest way of expressing your feelings, Dis. She booked my name down for every appointment with the nano printer because she thinks my clothes are torn up and dirty, so I got in trouble for wasting resources.
Fucking rude, Mars.
I tried to tell them it was her, but Mars never gets in trouble, but it's fine. Well, why don't we pull a prank? I think we should prank. But where did you learn to do this? It's pretty simple. People on Earth used to make this kind of stuff all the time. Game developer doing a little self referential humor. And I have a lot of time to learn new things.
Jojo McDodd is the character I was thinking of, who is the one of the tritagonists for Horton Hears a Who. It's the emo hoov. The emo who.
We're also going to do Mars.
Looks just like him.
She's bossy and mean. I actually, again, I have a student who just recently graduated who looks just like this. It's kind of creepy.
You should show that student.
You drag a knife from the toolbox on. I don't talk to them anymore. Generally speaking, students don't continue to stay in touch with their teachers after
Oh, you
graduation.
should just graduated. I thought you were talking about current school year, not
You
past.
spend a few hours letting off steam, loading different pictures of classmates and commiserating. Hey, a little bit of smile. That's nice. I don't really want to hurt anyone. Well, that's good. I'm glad that we're not going to have to worry about that. Sometimes it feels like I have so many angry thoughts inside my head there's no room for anything else. Have you been eating the glow beans? Because, like, the glow beans did that, right?
Diz is currently affected by hormones. How old is Diz actually? If you go to you can click on him.
13.
13.
Late wet.
So he's a little bit younger than you. So yeah, he's currently experiencing the hormone.
Look at all that hair, Anemone. You find Nem in the sports ball bleachers, intently focused on her hollow palm. She looks frustrated. Whoa, are you actually studying? Very funny. No, I'm not studying. Because sports ball superstars don't need to be brainiacs. I don't know what to get Com for his birthday. Last year you made a sports ball trophy. What kind of stuff does Com like? Cool stuff like sports ball and defense squad stuff? He always plays with me in the triplets even if he's zonked from work, which he probably is a lot. He never gets mad or teases when I get in trouble. He's just like, you know, Nemi, you have to play by the rules. Now, I'm noting that Nem is like picking at her scabs and her scales, and I feel like that would be me if I had this advantage. Like
it's a great advantage, but it's probably itchy while they grow
it's just
right?
more textures, and I already pick at things that I find on my person.
But she has a cute little gap tooth. That's adorable.
Let's do something from the heart.
You think that the holes in her shirt are on purpose or because of something?
Oh no, they're definitely because her parents still cannot keep up with replacing her clothes as quickly as she messes them up.
Yeah, but I mean, like, do you think that she might have punched those holes in herself, or do you think she, like, exploded something?
I don't think she has to. I think she just, through existing, I mean, look at her. She's already covered in scales. She clearly, like, is constantly running around and running into stuff. I don't think it's, maybe it will become intentional, but I don't think it is right now.
I really love the art style of this game.
I think a friendship bracelet is perfect. Cal knows how to make all kinds of knots. He can probably help me figure out a pattern. Yeah, a friendship bracelet, always nice. Hey, Squirt, what are you doing up there? Oh, nothing. We're not talking about your birthday present or anything. Everything's fine.
The fact that Com isn't romanceable is a
Is this
shame.
knucklehead bothering you? Com, Solane is my friend. We're just talking. Hey, I'm getting a team together to run some drills. They can come too. Heck yeah. We'll get a couple of toughness. We'll get some more friendship.
Nice.
Now, Tan has changed her hair color. She has completely shaved her head.
Yup.
Incredible. Tangent looks up from her hollow palm. I mean, that makes sense. I actually was kind of surprised to see Anemone with the big floofy hair, because Anemone is so physically active that I feel like it would get in the way. You wonder if it was caused by a lab accident. Hello, Solane. Did you need something? Hair! It's too hot here. If evolution hadn't seen fit to solve the problem, then adaptive behaviors will have to do.
Don't have the persuasion to get the real story.
I don't have the empathy. You look like the backside of a hop eye. The last time I flirted with Tangent, she gave me that look, right? She gave me the look. I'm going to try it anyway. Your opinion is noted. Thank you.
She's so autistic. I love her.
She also has the notched eyebrow, I notice.
Yeah, look, it's a thing.
It's not about looking good, it's more efficient, which again, it makes sense if it's really warm. And apparently we don't get like snow, we just get the spark snow that's warm, right?
Yeah, because it's acidic. Right? It's not cold.
All right, Cal's around here somewhere. Hi, Cal. You look exactly the same. Cal has not changed in even, he's gotten taller and that's it.
His little stripy hairs are coming in. He also has the same kind of netting that your dad does.
He does, that's true.
I love it. I deeply want a pair of suspenders.
Like, legitimately, Cal does look like Dad. Like, his hair, his clothing. It's clear he looks up to my dad.
Oh, well, I mean, I think the hair is a natural color because a lot of the...
But the style, even.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. He's definitely, like, you can see him intending to take over geoponics at some point.
We got biology coming up pretty quick, so why don't we go ahead?
You also have heroism, too?
Heroism is... Wait, where? Oh, I do have heroism, that's true.
Yeah.
So that should be... It should be good to do physical stuff.
Physical stuff, yeah.
Well, let's check in outside.
Yeah, because I can show you the thing. So if you mouse over like survey the planes, it should give you the pop up.
All events have respawned.
So yeah.
But
And you know
also,
the layout of it kind of at this point.
like what I need is to get to the Valley of Vertigo, right?
Yeah, but you have to like go to the planes until it unlocks.
Okay, well that's annoying, but we'll do it.
It actually might be unlocking now.
Utopia is sorting through stuff foragers have brought back. Hey, sweets, you headed out? You and Dis take care of each other out there, okay? I've got to get through all this before the day's end. It'll take me all day. Unless you're going to help me out. Yeah, sure, I'll help. All right. Here's a simple one. Which of these fellas is poisonous? Well, I've got the perception for it, so I will pick the right ones. Mushrooms, you got this. You know what kind of mushrooms are served in the canteen. They're easy to pick out. Great work. You're a regular pig. Don't worry, that's a compliment. On Earth, they used pigs to sniff out buried mushrooms. Go out there and dig us up some. So now I can forage in the valley.
Yep, which is the valley. That's the Valley Vertigo. So that's the one that you needed to unlock.
Okay, but if I leave now,
It'll end the month.
it's going
So
to
you
end the
might as
month,
well-
so I may as well run around for a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing if there's any more items. It doesn't look like there are.
You got the one on the side over there already.
So let's go deal with this animal.
No get in the bush bub.
Hi, Bushbub. We've done this one before. We're going to find a route through its territory.
Yeah.
There are slightly more events.
Then there are locations, but you do end up doing some more than once. But it gives you the opportunity to make
Other choices.
I'm sad about this one becoming a 2.
Well, you don't have to put the 6 on that end.
No, but like I guess I'll go 5, 5, and then 4. That way I'll at least get the pair of 6s.
Yeah. If you put that one over and then do 3, 3, and then a 2,
I was thinking
Or-
2, 2, 2.
work.
But that's not great.
Yeah.
I still get +1 bonus to straights.
Yeah, you could do like a
If I
If
go
you
like
do-
I don't have any gems, or else this could work. Okay, never mind. I was wondering if that was gonna
No, it won't override it.
override. It did not. Alright, I think 19 is good. And then okay, that doesn't override either. Good to know.
Yeah, yeah, it keeps it at 2. If you put items on top of it, it will still keep it at 2.
It's an 8 now.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, apparently there was a 28 available, but that's okay. Perception is really gonna do well. Like I'm probably gonna max out perception before anything else at this point.
I think that would be a good idea. Maxing out perception is an excellent tactic.
So what we need to find something that's gonna allow me to rest. The terrain here is strange. Okay.
Yeah. If you pick find another route around it, it'll kick you out of the event, and you can go check the other one.
Got it.
Threes across the board with a 4 at the end. Oh, that's gonna become a 4 though, right?
Yeah, because of the gem. That's going to become a 4 if I put it there. Inconvenient.
What if you put the 5 at the end where the 3 is? Yep, put the +1 for each gem card blue 3 in. And then put the rainbow 1 at the end.
There is no one at the end.
Where Diz is.
Oh, that one. Yeah, it seems reasonable. Okay, so that does override it.
Yep. Well, that one is just locked in that spot.
Okay, that gets me to the super goal. You know what? I'll take it. It's okay if I don't quite get all the kudos. I got the bonus perception, which is the important bit. The ground is alive. What you thought was a rock slowly opens. It's an eye. That's terrifying.
That's fine.
It stares at you. You stare back. It's so vast that it's completely merged into the surroundings. This is the second or third time we have met megafauna that is like truly megafauna.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying, especially given that we know that the animals are being like somehow
Scroll
manipulated into being violent.
Scroll up though.
A little animal. Let's see.
So you have 2 +2s. One of them was an animals, the other one was perception. Interesting. So you got an extra like bonus 4
Yeah.
stat out of that.
The eye dilates to focus on the moth. It slowly closes again with what you think might be contentment. It's snoring. So I'm standing on, like, it's purring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the trees are both animals and like plants.
Yeah, I know. It's terrifying. Okay, so I'm at 90 stress.
Yeah, and if you go home, then you can do something that isn't resting next month, but you're gonna end up resting the 3rd month instead. So.
Right, and I kind of want to, if I can finally go and forage in the other area, I'm going to need to take some time to rest anyway. So we're just going to go ahead
might
and
as well.
do the thing. Bravely approach the water. I've already fallen into the water once with this. It's fine.
You have a card gets a +1.
Yeah, that looks good. You could do 2, 2, 3, 3.
Because all of the cards with gems get +2, that'll give us some 5s.
That's nice.
And then if you add in the blue 3 +1,
It'll
each
also
gem,
make a 5, yeah. Not bad. Yeah. Not bad at all. That gets me to the super goal.
That'll be a 4 in the end, or a 3 next to it.
Yeah, it's fine. Definitely not even close to the highest, but I got the bravery I was looking for.
We spent a lot of time in the early game getting those like super goals and max numbers, and now we're kind of like lazing it up because we're teenagers.
Yep, and we got another crystal, so we can make Mars a little bit happier, even though I don't really care about her.
We
She's a good person to know.
It's your birthday. 14 is going to be your year. Your parents have been working around the clock since the last attack, trying to get the fields right. They ask you to ping them when you're awake so you can share birthday breakfast instead of sitting shoulder to shoulder with everyone else. Hey, it's Auntie Sedent. Welcome. 14 years old. She gives me a motherly kiss on the forehead. It's been years since she took care of you in the children's creche, but the kids still call her Auntie because that makes the name make sense. And think of her as a close relative. Her sweet baking bread smell is as comforting as it ever was. Do we have yeast up here? How are you baking bread?
Yeast exists fucking everywhere.
That's true. Solane, ever since I held you in my arms as a baby, I knew you were special, important. You're becoming a young adult, but I want you to know I will always be here for you, just like your mom and dad.
Adorable.
Okay, so I have Smart for My Age, which is a blue 4 with a gem.
Yep.
I can get a yellow 4. Okay, enough with the mushy stuff. +5 Rebellion, gained memory, Smart for My Age. Though that's clearly Tangent.
Well, yeah, because Tangent's smart for her age.
So this is Tangent if she hadn't completely buzzed her head off.
That is actually her child visuals.
How about
You're
you call
now
me
into
Aunt
the,
Anne
mid-
from now on, like the other adults do?
Ooh.
And of course, we're going to still do the big hug because you're never too old for big hugs. Enveloping yourself in warm and familiar softness. Over her shoulder, you see Nem standing in the doorway. Well, her hair, anyway. She has been growing it out. And again, like, I'm fine with it. It's just I'm worried that your hair's going to get tangled in things.
Yeah, but she wants to be a sports ball player, so...
Happy birthday. Way to get older. Enjoy being 2 years older than me for a few months. I don't think that's how that works.
That's exactly how it works. That's how kids work.
Ah, my nose itches. I thought you were on your way to medbay. I'm very, like, conscious of when I mess with my face in front of a camera, so, like... But the fact that it's super itchy right now is killing me. Annie is supposed to get her menstruation cessation implant today. That's fair.
Girl, I want to.
That
Gross.
right there. That's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail for this video. Mom! Gross! Solane doesn't want to hear about my period.
Nobody wants to hear about anybody. Nah, it's fine. Periods are fine.
Nothing to be ashamed of, Annie. Getting your period is a beautiful thing. That I'm not entirely certain of. It reminds us that we have the ability to make life. It's a sign that you're growing up and becoming an adult and ready to take on the responsibility of taking care of that life at 14. I mean, as a high school teacher, I do have to, it's part and parcel of dealing with teenagers, so I always keep stuff in a drawer that's easy to discreetly occupy, or easy to get stuff out of without people noticing. I'm never making life. Ew, pass. Grossaroon, what's the matter, scared, and then the flirt. Oh, Null-off, don't be weird in front of my mom. I admittedly was kind of saying it in a make fun of her kind of way because she's so uncomfortable right now. I just forgot to cut it, okay? Well, maybe you should get, like, barbershop advice from Tangent. She seems to be doing pretty well.
Looking rough.
Your parents finally arrived. You know that Tangent did that herself, too. There's no way that she had someone else do that.
I'm pretty sure she did it by herself, like, at least, like, not necessarily as a rebellious thing, but as a, like, I need to get this dealt with right the fuck now.
Oh, look, birthday visitors. Anne, are you staying for breakfast? No, thank you, but I brought your order with me from the kitchen, seeing as I was stopping by. Happy birthday again. You'll always be my baby, even when you're all grown up. Aww. We all have that relative.
Everybody has that relative.
Oh, Anne, sentimental to the core, but I don't know how the colony would manage without her at the children's creche. Family is more than the people who birthed you, and don't you forget it. Yeah, that's very true. Okay, we are in mid-quiet. We are super duper stressed. Sometimes my birthday removes stress. It did not this time.
It did not. Yeah. Do you have a leveled up Squeedly Feederson?
Let's take a glance.
Yeah, you were in the right spot.
No.
You do not. I mean, it might be worth it to go blow off steam at the park.
Yeah, we'll see. I know that I got, like, the last time I got, like, a you're getting closer to Squidly kind of thing.
Mm.
Hey, Solane, look what I taught Socks to do. Socks is going to end up bigger than the entire colony, and it's going to be terrifying.
I'm very excited for her.
At his gesture, Socks stands up on her hind legs and wiggles her upper body at you. It's like she's waving.
That's
Aw, who's a smart girl? Who's a smart girl? Cal gestures in a circle and Socks curls up into a ball. Then he raises both hands in the air like a scary monster and she rears up, chitters menacingly. Cal says pew pew and Socks rolls over and sticks all her feet in the air. Okay, that's adorable and incredible, but seriously, what happens when she gets big? Like, to the point where apparently he can barely hold her up. Well, people hardly use this barn anymore. It's just storage. Maybe she can live in the rafters. Look, I'm just saying, Cal, there are people walking around the colony whose job it is to murder monsters. There are people with weapons walking around, and if Socks pops out without them knowing, I'm just saying you are setting yourself up for tragedy. You gotta be smarter about this, my guy. You're pretty sure your mom comes in here often. Yeah. Socks hasn't been discovered yet. Maybe she's good at hiding, or maybe the adults know that Socks is there and they just haven't done anything about it yet.
Maybe they don't have they don't mind. They're like, every kid needs something to keep them happy and healthy.
It's really hard to feed her. She eats so much, tons of leaves and grasses and the rocks. I think she swallows them all together and chews it up in her guts like a float cow. That's like birds do, right? They eat rocks so that they can grind things up in their stomachs.
Yeah, that sounds
Her
right.
teeth look like they go all the way down her throat. That's terrifying, Cal.
Yeah, but he likes that shit because he's weird. We love you, Cal.
I think so she used to sleep all the time, but now she needs to run around and climb a lot more. I still come here every morning and evening to let her out. And she goes back into her box right away when I tell her. She's a good dilly pillar, I promise. She knows she's not supposed to go outside without me.
Do more tricks.
I think maybe she's just not a baby anymore. Yeah, that makes sense. And again, they're going to be big. Like, you're not going to be able to hide this thing. Okay, onward to late quiet.
We're gonna go outside this time, right?
Are going to go outside this time. I'm just checking to see.
Look, I'm just saying is that your mom was down with you keeping Squidly feeders in, so I don't see why she'd have an issue.
Nobody's even mentioned Squidly. Like,
I think they were just like, kids got a dog. Like, It's like, that seems normal.
You like the red Xeno eggs? Ooh, I can train together because I have the toughness now. Let's do it. Getting your butt kicked. You used to be able to go mano a mano with Nem, but she's been training hard. You get your butt kicked all over the sports ball pitch. But I get that bonus, and I still have heroic, so that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm fine, Nem. You're good.
You wrecked my shit, Nem. You wrecked my shit.
And then Cal, I still don't know what you like. Let's try the flower. Nope.
Does he hate it, or is it just like...
No, it was just one of those, I'm sure I'll find something to do with it. Yeah, it's not a dislike.
Which is like, half the battle is finding out what they dislike, too.
Okay, so now I can forage in the valley, which I want to do because the valley is where I can find more information about the stuff that's going to make my dad hopefully not die. But, I mean, it did seem worse this past year than it was the year before.
Yeah, and we have the bloom is next month, too. So it's going to get bad again.
And this will boost my biology, which is coming up on the next
point,
level,
yeah.
So that's good. Hey, a red Xeno egg. Perfect. That's just what I was looking for. A hefty red Xeno egg. Utopia greets you warmly as you muster your first expedition with the foraging team. Solane, I'm glad you could make it. We need everyone we can get out here right now boosting our food supplies. I am ready to sniff out the tasties. Good luck hunting out there. Use your hollow palm to identify edible and medicinal plants and throw them in here. I'll sort them back at the base camp. Oh, and keep a lookout for creatures. It's pretty peaceful out there in the valley, but even a little bug will get you if you're not careful. Go slow, pay attention, stay on the path, blah, blah, blah.
You know, all the usual
What's
stuff.
a fine lady like you doing in a... Okay, I mean, we're doing
with
it.
her.
Oh, she's so mad. You making fun of my accent? Now get going, you rascal. Get. Look at her. She looks... She does not look happy with me.
You can keep doing it. It's great. There is no negative repercussions for it. It's very pink down here.
It's so pink and, like, it's all hazy.
Yeah.
Hey, it's another one. Hold on. Can I get you first? I can. It's a Freaky. We're going to approach it. It may be small, but it's tempting to be intimidating. It's not interested in your pet, Freaky. It's interested in you. Even Squidly Peterson looks unsure. Bravery. And we got a +2 to straights in addition to the +1 to straights that we've already got. So we're like...
So you really should at this point. I just love the name Squidly Peterson.
Yes.
I think it's a great name. Whoever came up with that name, was like, oh, people are going to use this one all the time. And they were right.
2, 3, 4, 5. But now we have to be careful because, 25 still.
You have a 2, 3, 4, 5 here.
Okay, so that gets me up to the goal.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's the best I can do. It was the best I could do.
You could have potentially made a 6, but it would have.
I could have gone for a super goal if I wanted to, yeah. The Freaky runs up your leg. It's a giant spider thing and it's got weird tentacles and get it off.
I love her.
It pokes at your backpack trying to get in. Oh, I see. It's probably just trying to get food out of my bag.
You got the snacks? Give the snacks.
Okay, no way off the path here.
Nope.
I was trying to see if I could get that thingy. A line of termite-like insects crosses the path. Curious, you follow them to a massive sponge-like hive of crawling bugs writhing with life. Ooh, and they're eating royal jelly. This is going to be a difficult animals challenge. You step in for a closer look, you hear a warning hiss from above. Atop the hive is a queen, whatever it is. No, she is the hive. This is a squeeger hive. Her abdomen has swollen and lodged in the ground here, rendering her immobile but not defenseless. The hive queen groans and growls at you, and the air prickles with the burning flavor of acid. But the jelly does look edible. I don't like it, but I'm doing it.
I mean, if nothing else, it's gonna be like food for the
Food for the colony.
Food for the colony, right?
So that's 2 6s. That's going to be an 8.
Yeah.
I could just go 3 3 3, but that one's going to be a 4.
And you can hold on to the 4 5 6 for the next round too.
79 goal though. Yikes.
It's a lot. You don't have to win them all. In fact, sometimes it's okay to lose them.
All right, well, we'll take the 21.
it's still 21. That ain't nothing.
Yeah, but
Right?
we only have 2 more rounds, so I'm probably gonna have to use.
I mean, you have
I've got
the
lots of mushroom wood logs. I do have a lot of logs, so that should be fine.
have the mushwood to kind of it not burn, but like, you know.
Okay, now we got to get 30.
Yeah. Use 6.
And then I can
And then
7 here.
that's gonna get dropped down though. Can you?
Oh, it is getting dropped down.
Yeah. Can you do it with the blue? Yeah.
Okay, nailed it. You get in there and squeeze out some jelly from one of the Hive Queen's many holes, somehow managing not to get sprayed too badly by her acid. Some lands on your arm and the back of your hand and sizzles briefly, but you manage to get away. And that's the big thing.
Holes.
Yeah, look at all those holes. I hate it.
Look at what you got out of that. So
I got stress, I got some
obviously.
kudos, got some colony food, got some animals.
And you got a milking a squeeger. And don't like it. It's bad.
A dense cloud of pollen makes it hard to see your hand in front of your face. It's a good thing you have a helmet with a filter. Be patient, look carefully. I do have the perception. The pollen clouds eventually shift, giving you glimpsing of something obstructing the path. It looks like a snap bladder, an infamously territorial predator around these parts. When they're heavily pregnant, they use the pollen fog to pick off their prey. We're going to carefully avoid the creature.
Honestly, ingenious tactic.
You hear a rustle in the bushes, catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure. Obviously, we're going to follow. The wilderness is thick, as is the fog that comes in waves. You'll need to rely on your tracking skills. Let's go. 65. +2 bonus to straights, +1 to physical cards. That's going to be 4, 4, 5.
You can put a red one in and then use the egg to up it by 1 and keep it red.
True.
Which is a 21 3-card play, which is still
not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
That 7, man.
I can make it a 9.
I mean, that gets you to goal. You can also just put the 6 in and make the 6 and 8. Like, you know, go 4, 8, 6, 7.
Wait, not that one. That one.
Yeah, that one. And then you can put the blue in just
put the 4 in there, get a little bit extra, yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, there was a 37 available, but we got the perception.
We got close, though.
You're looking for a person, so it's a surprise when you come face to face with a weird-looking creature. It kind of looks like a person, a bit more like a tree, some sort of relative of the bushbub, but more tentacles and slime, like a tree oozing with goopy sap. It makes a brrrr noise. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Don't like it. That's a dead end.
It's a dead end. Might as well check the other places. Remember that the exclamation point is like the boss event. That's the one that you want to get to.
Right.
That one was a question mark.
So that one over
So.
there, and it was guarding an item, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go this way. A bristle slug. It's like a little porcupine with no legs. Well, little is everything on this planet is horrendously powerful or horrendously large.
Little for varying levels of little.
They're easy
right?
to catch. Their spines and berries naturally fall off and are edible. Maybe I could catch this one. So I could either do a kill it or a difficult catch it challenge. We're going to try the catch it. 75. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Nice start.
That's gonna be a 7.
7. 7. I don't have any more gem cards, or else I could make like a 777.
Yeah, and that one's gonna be a 4 regardless of whatever goes there. So might as well you can put the 3 on it. Still good.
31. Okay, I think I can manage 31.
So the red 4 that adds +2 to a red card to the side, if you put that on top of the card, becomes 4.
I wonder. It does make it 6.
Yeah. Why would you put the bonusy one at the end, though? I'm curious.
I was checking to see if I could get like a 3 of 4 of a kind, 3, 4 of a kind.
I hear you.
That gets me exactly there. Not bad. You're pretty sure this one is female because it has bristles on its butt as well as its head. Her eyes are a deep green. You think you'll call her Emerald.
What a great name.
She seems calm in the net, like she isn't too worried about where she might be going. You crouch down with a clump of leaves, and she sticks her muzzle through the net and eats them right out of your hand. Get some kudos, get some more colony food. Unlock tending animals in geoponics.
That's the one.
Which, yeah, you were mentioning in the last video.
Yeah.
I got 2 more of these. There's the boss.
There's at least a boss. Sometimes there's more than one. Might as well do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one over here first.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm pretty sure it's only gonna give me 15. So we're gonna pick some flowers.
Remember that the rainbow ones count as all of them for the sake of bonuses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right. Okay.
Whitley Peterson. Such a good name.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah. The red will go up to a 4. Oh, I guess not.
Okay, we're definitely gonna be able to make 18 here. No problem.
Yeah. 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, I don't think I need to spend anything here.
I mean, it's
We'll,
still
we'll take
30.
our 3 stars, yeah. Perception is coming up to max. We're at 89. There's a distinct difference between the blooms. You watch insects buzz from flower to flower. You notice they leave a trail of slightly more pinched-looking specimens. The pollinated ones will likely close up and be shriveled by the morning. With this knowledge, you pick 3 healthy, unpollinated beauties. And a 4th one behind it.
Hell yeah.
Now we'll go take on the boss. You've spent some time working in geoponics, so you know your way around a plant or two. Walking through this area, you notice something different about it. The bare ground feels bouncy like a trampoline, and the plants are all weirdly stunted. We're standing on another creature again, aren't we? Not a lot can stifle nature here, so honestly it's a little weird. So I've got both the perception and the biology, but since I still have heroic going, I'm going to go ahead and use the perception. Is it even ground? You kneel and take a closer look, more like a kind of dense moss or coral. It smells sweet and starchy, like cake. It blankets the ground here in a thick, sponge-like layer, swallowing up everything it touches, but it smells good. You dig a large chunk of the sponge cake to bring back to geoponics. Further analysis is needed. And homeward bound.
Yeah. So that was one of the things. You still need to get more information about the bloom, but you got cool, weird sponge cake stuff, so that's fun.
Now, I'm sad again. What's up, Nem? You want to ask me something? Here, look through these. Shoving the holoculars into your hands, you raise them to your eyes. A long way out, much further than the expeditions are going, you spot a dark humanoid shape moving through the towering fungal forest. See him? It's Dis, I swear it is. He's always sneaking out over the walls. Yeah, so what? So what? He's gonna get in trouble. Only if you tell on him. Well, yeah, but someone should. The adults say we're not supposed to go outside the colony unless it's on expedition. And Dis just does whatever he wants. What if he gets hurt? What if he dies? What if he picks up a weird alien disease and comes back with 3 heads?
It'd be funny. And we'd get to say, I told you so.
Oh, definitely. She's got the acne going. I wonder if the scales scale up on the acne if she picks at it.
Ooh, I don't think they do. That's weird. That's a good thought, though.
I mean, we should obviously go after him to make sure he's okay. I love how Nem is so incredibly brave right up until you actually ask her to get outside of her comfort zone.
It's like normal people.
No one would notice. Nopety, nope, nope, nope. Come on.
Coward.
International House of Nope. We're gonna die a little if we go out there. I have been out there several times. You'll be fine.
You'll live. Be free.
If we all do our own thing and don't care about the rules, we're all gonna be toast. Kind of like a sports ball team. If we're all doing different stuff, but we all gotta play by the same rules so we can get points.
Just say that you have loyalty now, okay?
Okay, sorry, I'm on watch. Well, I guess we should get inside the watchtower. You both climb the rest of the way to the guard platform. Nem heaves herself over the edge and reaches down to help you up. Her hands are still banged up and scabbing over with blue scales. Maybe if I get beat up enough, I'll have so many scales I won't have no more acne. Yep. So we just learned something about Anemone.
She doesn't like her acne.
And we also know that she's very, very loyal.
Yeah. I think if you, then we get Anemone more.
Yeah, that's the stuff up here, I assume.
Yeah.
You really
If I
like...
remember correctly, somebody has the more where it's like soft versus angry.
Okay, just checking in to see if anybody has anything that I can... Yeah, I need higher reasoning. God, poor Dad is sneezing again.
Not having a good time.
You haven't heard him laugh much lately. He's been working hard trying to improve the colony's food supply. He's showing signs of malnourishment too, though your mom is worse. You're worried for both of them. Your dad's skin is kind of shiny in patches. He sees you staring and rubs his hands on his arms. Oh yeah, that's a new symptom. Seems harmless though. Wear your mask.
God damn it.
God damn it, Dad. Jesus. I feel like someone stuffed a whole potato pod up my nose. Like I could just poke a stick up there and pop fresh potato juice. Dad, you're not... You're definitely not, getting rid of the goofball charges. I wonder if foragers could use an extra hand. Maybe I'll join them out there tomorrow. Stop it.
Sir, no.
Neither
no.
Neither of your parents are taking proper care of themselves. They're so stressed out from the poor harvest and low food supplies. They try not to let you see it, but you can tell. Yeah, I mean, I see it, I understand it, but, like, still.
They're definitely like it was my problem, I did the bad thing, so now I have to fix it by not fucking eating.
Every day, you'd think I was never here at all with how some of these weeds grow. I thought that bringing only nice plants would mean we wouldn't have to weed as much, but these Vertumnum plants are unstoppable. I just want one place on this planet that's ours. Well, we're gonna help out. Surprisingly hard work. By the end, your back and shoulders are aching and the palms of your hands are on fire. These go all the way to the edge of the colony. Whatever plant these roots belong to, they're invading my garden. You stupid pink bastards! Stay out there where you belong. Yeah, I'm sure the plants are really gonna pay attention. You're at lunch with your parents. Okay, here we go. They're about to tell me that we're all about to starve to death.
Yeah.
Solane, there's something we should tell you. We've tried to shelter you from some things, but we think you should know why we've been working so hard in geoponics. There's a meeting after lunch. I want you to come with us. Okay, fine. You follow your parents to the council room. Mars is also tagged along, and you take a seat near them as your mom and Aunt Anne stand to address the council. After Udicott officially calls the meeting, she gestures to your mom. I'm not going to mince words. All of our efforts to increase food production in geoponics have failed, especially given the failure of the pixie beans. The destruction of the fields during the last attack put the nail in our coffin. By the end of the year, the colony will run out of food. You've been doomsdaying about our food supply for 2 years, Flulu. Do you mean to say we're past the point of no return? I'm afraid so. Even with rationing, without securing a Vertumnum food source, our supplies will run out by wet season.
Jesus.
Anne and
It's
I
like
have...
right there.
Yeah, we're right there.
It's right there.
Anne and I have gone over the supplies and come up with the food plans. We've crunched the numbers. Geoponics should have been producing better by now. We should have been able to wean ourselves off of soy rations. During wormhole transit, we lost our hydroponics in the hull breach, which was the big problem. I know I've said it before so many times, but our crops just don't grow here. We needed those algae tanks. We needed the microbial soil from Earth. I do wish we had been told earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that seems like we could have been doing more. We've been here for 4 years, and we could have been helping out this whole time. See, me and Mars are on the same page this one time.
This one time, yeah.
Imagine being carried for so long and being upset that your feet could not be cut by the rocks. Now that's just an old person thing to say. Like, that is not helpful at all.
But also, valid to her character.
I'm not
She's an old person.
I'm not mad that I didn't get to suffer. I'm mad that I didn't get to help more.
Yeah.
Seeing the future is the privilege of youth. Well, yeah, that's easy for you to say. You're probably going to be dead by the end of the year. Look at you. Thank goodness we have them to point out our flaws. I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. No, dismissive tone. Yes, it's definitely sarcasm. So what do we do now? Starving to death isn't an option. Now, it might end up being the only option. We'll see. We need to secure a food source this year before our rations run out. We're working double shifts in geoponics, but it's not enough. We need more people planting, tending, turning soil. I can pull back surveyors and focus on foraging. Even the young folks can help. If they've proven themselves around the survey equipment, I'll send out a holo message later. This has been the burden of gain status starving. Yikes.
Yeah. So you might want to work in, like, possibly the, like, xenobiology,
Yeah,
because you picked up weird sponge cake shit.
I did. That's true. Okay, the wet hasn't started yet.
And your dad is not actively dying.
Ooh, new perk. Biology level 2. Collectibles respawn faster.
Yeah, and more slots are filled, which means you're going to get more collectibles in general. Xenobody, sorry.
You've been studying the sponge cake you found in the Valley of Vertigo in that oddly squishy trampoline-y ground. As you suspected, it's a type of fungus. The analysis bench tells you it does contain edible starches, so it could make some flour. The challenge is to cultivate it. It multiplies quickly. You've seen how it stops everything else from growing near it. Interesting. Maybe we can use it to combat the weeds. I'm definitely going to talk to Mom about this. Absolutely not. Get out of here before it contaminates the crops. I know you've studied the sponge cake, but I'm still not sure about it. Okay, Mom, we are starving. I know, right now I would rather eat the pixie beans.
Woof.
Because, like, the pixie beans definitely had some side effects, but one of the side effects the pixie beans didn't have is starving to death.
They did make us very horny and very mad, but at least we weren't, like, being hungry.
Now, let's see if she actually pays attention to me. I know, you're a real chip off the old block, aren't you? You probably have its whole genome mapped already. Fine, let's find a place for it. See, I like that there is an assumption of competence, right? I promise I'm doing my work.
Well, and it's also like, you know, you're straight up a scientist at this point. You're 14, but you can work very effectively in xenobotany as a biologist.
Yeah. You plant in a special field, quarantined on the other side of the geoponics domes. By the end of the month, you can already tell that it's taken root and will start producing viable food soon.
Nice.
5 colony food, yes. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better.
Yep. And cultivating sponge cake. Nice.
Okay, feeling a little bit better now.
Hey.
That gets me there. That gets me to 30. There was a 32. Fair enough. Biology, organizing, kudos. Definitely some stress, but that's okay. Definitely feeling good about that.
Hell yeah. Sometimes you just gotta be a scientist about it, you know?
Okay, so... I dare you to go into a restricted area. You dare Dis to explore the creepiest, darkest part of engineering, deep down where Chief Engineer Instance never goes, under the recycling room where they say there are ghosts. You set the
So
mood,
go.
sneak around behind him, put your holopalm flashlight under your face and shout, "Boo!" Again, you can't scare someone who's not scared of anything. If there were ghosts on this spaceship, one of them would be my mom. Oh, man.
Woof!
Oh, rip. So, Dis still is not scared of anything. That's fair. And I'm just
Gotta
going to...
get him scared of something.
What are you working on? Is Biology 80? I am at 70. So I'll
close.
be able to do that soon. I need Toughness 80, which isn't going to happen for a while, if at all. And I need Reasoning 40.
I think you should just face it. You're really not that empathetic of a person.
No, that's not me. Yeah. Okay, so now that we've done the one, we're gonna go back out.
Yeah.
Because food is the big issue now, right? That's the big thing. And also, we should be able to get my perception up if I'm lucky.
Yeah. Ooh, that was crackle.
I don't see anything.
No. There were some pops on the sound.
Ah.
Crackle.
Run. So here's where the boss was. Where did you come from? Was she just hiding in there? It looked like she came out of the bushes. Okay,
If you go, there's a yellow flower north of you that you should be able to get without activating.
Yeah, I see
anymore. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a thing there. There are things here and here.
Yeah.
All right, I think now that I know all of my options, I'm going to go ahead and go north. An enormous tree forms part of the path. Its roots cut natural stairs into the path, leaving a magnificent canopy of large flat leaves that blocks the sky. It's not just a tree, it's an animal.
So you do have a -1 stat gain for physical skills right now.
Fair enough.
Because of starving.
We're still going to do the animals challenge. Card gets +2. So if we go like 6, 6, 6.
Excuse me.
That's a 7-8.
7-8 is solid. I mean, I'd use the 2 2s. I would go yellow 2, then red 2.
Yeah.
Because you might pull gems in the next hand.
I did, in fact, pull gems in the next hand.
Hey, yo.
So really quick, I'm just going to set those out. That'll make a 6-7. That'll be a 5-6-7. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, because this is going to do that.
That's fair.
33 is slightly bigger than the 32. But we
Slightly
could have gotten a
bigger.
39. Jeez. There was definitely a better one up there. And like you said, only the +1 animals.
Yeah.
And
You're
a
not
plus-
going to get, like, the bonus.
A +0 there. Yeah.
Like, you'll get the extra 1 from the, from, like, getting the super goal, but you won't necessarily get, like, any extras on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
A trippet. A large, tasty plant, kind of. again, everything on Vertumna is both plant and animal, and apparently mineral as well. They're all just one thing.
Yeah, it's all fine. It's normal. It's normal here, actually.
The plant shudders. Okay. What's the shudder all about? 5 kudos if total equals goal. We'll probably go for that since we're not going to get a whole lot in the way of stat ups anyway.
Yeah. Like, you can still get science, like mind stat ups and social stat ups.
True.
You just can't get physical ones. Because you know eating good. That's what starving does to you.
Okay, 29.
Ooh. You do got a lot of blues. That'll get to 4. You can do 3, 3, 4, 4. In whatever order. The bobber fruit will get you, will turn it blue.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
It's not gonna get you to 29 exactly, but...
No, but it'll get me the win, and it'll get me the +3.
Yeah.
Or the 3 stars.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and stop. Something feels wrong. I'm a little bit worried that I just gave up a good, viable food source, but... Okay, so that's a dead end. Another squidger hive? Yeah, we're definitely going to harvest. We need food for our people. 61.
I mean, and it's like they keep getting harder right now, too, because it's...
Value is wild.
Yeah, so what that'll mean is it'll give a base number. If you put it on the card becomes 3, it'll give 3. But if you put it in a line of like 6, 8, and 9, it'll pretend to be 7 for the sake of a straight.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, 25 should not be difficult to get. Especially since I'm like 6. Oh, that card becomes a 3.
Yeah. But if you put the value as wild there, it'll be a 6.
Yeah.
So if you put the value as wild there, it'll be a 3, and then if you put the 5 on the other side, it'll be both a 5 and a 6 for the sake of straights.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
Value is wild is wild.
Got a colony food, so that's necessary.
Useful.
We've got another little guy down here. Freaky are carnivores, but the juveniles are too small to take out anything larger than an insect. This one apparently is eating something big.
Terrifying.
It looks ready to fight. Let's fight.
Go. Squiddly Peterson, I choose you.
Squidly Peterson.
Look, I'm just saying it's a Pokemon. That's all. It's a Pokemon.
Okay, so it's weird, like the order that things are applied in.
Yeah, the stack is strange.
Yeah, that'll get me to a place where I can win at least.
And sometimes that's the goal. Like, getting the best points are useful, but sometimes, and if you put the 2 in, it'll be a 2. Or you could put the 6 in, yeah.
Could have done way better than that, but we did get the... We chase a freaky off, claim ownership of the dead animal. It's no prize, it's completely rotten, not even worth calling in a retrieval team.
It was his friend. It was his friend, and we took it away.
All right, we got boss number 2. You decided to take a shortcut. Not yet, but the next encounter is going to be a boss. Everything looks the same. Things look like they're moving. Utopia did warn you if the comms were flaky out here. Fortunately, I have plenty of perception, so I should be able to get on out of here. And yes, we have a boss.
Oh, yeah.
You're alone, exploring an unmapped area of the Valley of Vertigo. The pollen is thick here, and your air filter is overworked. A warning light has been flashing orange for the last 10 minutes.
Yikes.
I'm sure it's fine. But if
Your dad would be fine.
there are plants here you've never seen before, flowers with intense rainbow hues and strange lumps of fungal matter which pulse as if they're breathing. Cut some samples. Pollen is especially thick up ahead, deep fuchsia and shimmering with color. Everything here seems to dance with tiny flecks of reflected light. You push forward into the suffocating pink fog. It's so thick you can only see a few meters ahead. This is what we're here for, right? That we are here to study the pollen.
Yes.
You come upon a glade filled with what seem to be strange topiaries. They loom out of the glittering fog, each in the shape of an animal. They're all formed from the same spongy, glittering pink substance and dotted with finger-length fungal growths. You're so distracted you almost fall into a hole, so we're definitely going to go ahead and check for danger. They're completely still, not breathing, no life signs. Your envirosuit beeps a warning. Let's take a glance at the hole. At the bottom of the hole is a cave. Disappears underground. You aren't sure how far the cave continues. It's dark but not silent. There's some sort of whirring coming from down there. Alright, well, obviously we're gonna... And the envirosuit beeps a louder warning. We're gonna take a sample of the fungus.
Yep. You're doing fine. What could possibly go wrong?
As you get close, you realize with growing revulsion that what was once a living creature is now encased or transformed entirely into the sparkling pink fungus.
Yikes.
So I'm looking at potentially my dad's fate in the future here, right? It
and
looks
other
like...
nameless colonists, too.
Okay, obviously we're climbing into the hole. You make your way down the gentle slope towards the cave. The thick, shimmering pollen makes it hard to see further than your hand. You see 3 glowing vats set into the floor. What? Like an old-fashioned mechanical interface set into the cave wall. What? The reflecting glow from the vats flickers on the cave ceiling, ghost-like and beautiful. You feel a strong urge to take off your mask and stay a while. Cross the cave, lay your hands on the interface. It feels spongy, almost alive. That's not good.
Oh, look, a new background.
Instantly, you can feel your mind blasted open by everything all at once, as if 1,000 pairs of eyes all turn their terrible gaze on you. You're thrown back by the shock, which brings you to your senses with a snap. So something's creating this. This looks like technology.
Cthulhu blasted, man.
The pollen. The sparkling dust feels like tiny knives in your sinuses. Why did you take your mask off? Because you didn't give me the option.
Yeah. It's what mind control's like, man. It sucks.
You slap your suit helmet back on to see its light flashing red. You lurch out and back towards the checkpoint. Small part of you wants to stay in this glade forever. And then I collapse into Utopia's arms. because I want to go back. So this really is, we were talking about the like Last of Us style mind control fungus. It
Yeah.
really does seem like, and it makes sense now because for the last couple of years, Dad's been like, I should go out there, right?
Yeah, you're right.
He's been saying like I should go out and get food or I should go out and take a walk. Let's go take a walk outside. I think that Dad's been trying to go to this place. I think he is in serious danger.
There's this thing is the fact that they didn't give you the option to like make like a flirt comment as you fall into Utopia's arms is a shame, and I feel like we should have been able to do that.
So great
Horror aside,
choking heaviness, world swallowing you up, closing over your head. I got -5 toughness. Yikes.
yeah.
Because I'm injured. You remember Tammy sitting by your bedside, rip, her cool hand on your forehead, but she's dead. That part must have been a dream. It feels like you had a fever once, hot and sticky, achy all over like you've been boiled alive. You're still terribly weak and there is a pain in your chest like someone's been sitting on it. Hey, Cal, have you been sitting on my chest? You
I
live,
feel like Cal is too nice to have done that though.
but your body took a serious hit and may never be quite the same.
Mm.
You're surprised when you wake up and both your parents are still in their quarters. Usually they're gone long before sunrise.
Yeah.
You pull back the curtain, they look at you with big smiles. Solane, good morning. Good morning. Someone didn't hear the good news. We're announcing it later today, but guess what? I think we're going to be okay. The famine. We still need to do the work, but we pulled out of it. We got out of the spiral.
Yay.
Between farming and foraging, we've secured enough food to make it through until harvest next year. Hey, you know what? It's fine.
Look, the goals are very small right now.
We're just trying to survive for now. We can figure out long term.
As long term happens.
And this is at least partially because of us, right? Because of the sponge cake and other stuff.
Yeah, we've been putting in the work.
I'm already looking forward to dinner. I haven't really cooked in ages. What should we have? We're gonna try the sponge bread. Your mom calls it bunny chow, a square loaf of sponge cake bread with the center cut out, stuffed with veggies and spices. That actually sounds really good.
Hey, listen.
Like, I feel like making that with cornbread. And just
that
like
sounds like a great time, actually.
almost like a bread bowl. Yeah, that sounds really good.
That on the menu.
You and your parents cook a private meal in your kitchenette. Your dad does most of the work, but you help. When you sit down for a quiet family dinner, you realize this is the first time you've done this in quite some time. You talk about your day in the most mundane way possible. Yeah, I almost died, but I'm fine. Although that was like weeks ago now.
Weeks ago, yeah. We got there, don't worry, it's fine.
You don't even get close to clearing your plate since your body isn't used to so much food, but that's okay. Every bite is heaven, made better knowing that you had a real impact on the colony's future, so we're no longer starving.
Yeah.
And we're in early dust. So we gotta remember to give a gift to...
Anemone?
Anemone.
Anemone. Anemone.
I guess it is my birthday this week. I kind of forgot. Yep.
But I didn't, because I know.
And then you... Do I even know your birthday yet? I
No, but
don't.
I think it's in Bloom at some point.
I know that yours is...
You
late
can give
wet.
them gifts outside of their birthdays.
Yeah. Great news. According to our antiquated, culturally insensitive reckoning of mental prowess once used by human on Earth, and by that I mean IQ testing, I am officially considered a genius. Like, obviously, tangent. But also, I'm glad that you are recognizing the fact that IQ is not a real thing.
tell me something I don't know.
Like, IQ is literally just, in general, a way to be racist. Yeah.
Racist.
So Tangent likes medicinal roots, it turns out. Oh, wait. Oh, Solane, I was just taking a short break. Yeah, I'll yawn as well.
You got a friendship level, so you get a special event.
Did you stay up all night too? I don't even remember when I slept last. It might have been a few days ago. Right, that's your girl.
Girl.
The fact that you are like programmed to not have to sleep as much doesn't mean you don't need to sleep at all, Tangent. More like 3, but as I said, I'm tired. Even my enhanced body has limitations.
Unrelated, every single trans girl I know.
I don't need to sleep as much as other people. It's a genetic what's it. Now, you know that she's exhausted when she starts using words like what's it.
Yeah, like that's confusing.
A DNA enhancement. I guess sometimes even I forget to do it. I should set myself a reminder. Hollow, add to schedule, sleeping nightly, 2300 for 3 hours. 3 hours!
Well, okay, look. If I had the option of only needing like 3 hours worth of sleep, yeah, I'd only use 3 hours worth of sleep. I could use the extra time in my life. So I'm sure you also understand this.
I do. Into the engineering wing. She's already asleep when we come back. Very nice.
For her. She also has like that I'm going to go set a timer for 30 seconds and then I'm going to cry for 30 seconds and
yes.
then
and then we're going to get back to it.
Crying. His vibes.
Oh, wait, we got a friendship level here, too. You know, Solane, you're all right. I'm an all right what? You're all right. You actually have good taste, unlike all these other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been like, help with this, Mars, and don't waste resources on that, Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication.
Thank you.
Where is she going now? Try not to get eaten by aliens. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste. Shut up, Mars. You say it loud enough for Dis to hear. He looks at you with wide eyes before scurrying toward the walls.
Dis, we've been friends for so long.
No accounting for taste. She seems to respect that you challenged her. Well, maybe you can get through to him. I've tried, but he doesn't care about contributing to the colony or being popular or earning kudos or anything important. What do you contribute, Mars? I contribute plenty, and you know it. People need someone to tell them what to do. She's aiming for mayor later on, right?
I think so. And you know what? I think she'd do great at it, actually. Not 14-year-old Mars, though. Like, I feel like 19-year-old Mars has a better chance.
I still don't know what you like.
Try the food.
Yeah, do you like the bobber fruit? You do like blue bobber fruit. It turns out food is his thing.
I mean, it makes sense. He works in geoponics. You think he snags? Yeah, he snags.
And then Dis I get to talk to because I was nice. Don't sneak up on me like that. I was just getting to the good part of the song. Also, you don't tap a guy like Dis on the shoulder. Right?
You'll get fucking stabbed.
Dis does not want to be touched, I can tell. Some old music from Earth.
Dis will stab a guy, like, for sure.
You sit down beside Dis and extend your hand to link your hollow palms. Dis stares at you for a few seconds before pressing his palm to yours. The music floods your brain through your hearspeak. I listen to a lot of Earth music.
Love it. Love an implanted phone.
And I'm hearing lyrics now.
Oh yeah, they do actually play the music.
It's my favorite right now. I always listen to the same album on repeat. It's comfort music. I really like her voice. She does have a lovely voice. Sometimes I feel like the lyrics are about me. They're just so deep, like my soul really gets this kind of music. Yeah, I mean, more and more emo as time goes by.
Why is just an emo? He's listening. Like, I know that you're actually, like, have a song playing, but hear me out. It is
absolutely like My Chemical Romance.
But don't tell anyone. It makes me feel better thinking that someone knows my pain, even if it's just a dead earthworm or woman. Sounds deep, man. I have a lot of time to think, not like everyone else here. That's another really good potential thumbnail.
Oh yeah, no, that one's great. You can romance him.
He doesn't hold, but he doesn't move away. Okay. I'm flirting with everybody. It's fine.
Look, you can, and nobody can stop you. Some of the characters, but not all of the characters, are polyamorous.
Solane, your mom's voice rings through the garden before you even see her. You and Squidly Feederson pause in your tracks, then your Freaky slithers away and hides under a bush. Where is the little pink bastard? They ate my begonias. Your mom's been nurturing a couple of pots of begonias, beautiful flowering bushes. Like most plants from Earth, they're exceedingly precious. Once the seed bank is used up, the only way to make more is to propagate them. Squidly Feederson is innocent. Your pet is a menace. At least spiders back home ate other pests. This one is a pest. How dare you? Although admittedly, horks up a wet mass of pink and yellow petals. Squidly, I'm trying to defend you here.
Read the room. Come on now.
It's the, Your Honor, is my client perfect? No. Yeah, I killed him. What?
Right.
So what I'm saying is this is Squidly's Zakoyama moment.
Hey, everybody needs a Zakoyama moment.
You should just release the damn thing. Who knows what it's going to grow up to be? Everything here just keeps growing. Nothing on this planet knows when to stop.
Yeah.
I'll train them better. I'm watching you. You haven't given up training Squidly Feederson to follow simple commands. They clearly have the ability to understand you're trying to communicate. There's just a huge language barrier.
It's trying to communicate.
Cal gives you the idea to try clicker training, getting to them to associate verbal commands with actions and rewards. We should probably do that with the cats, if I'm being honest.
I have definitely thought about that before. Yes. It might work. Anything to get them to stop standing on top of keyboards. Nightmare children that we have.
13.
That card becomes 3 smack in the middle.
Right in the goddamn middle. I hate it.
I mean, hey, your value becomes wild will be useful, at least. Put the 5 up. I mean, if you grab the yellow flower.
Yeah.
And yellow flower the attack.
It won't.
It'll turn it yellow and turn it 6.
It won't turn it to a 6 though, because right now it's getting a +1 for being red.
So do it twice. You have the flowers.
Or I can just Zeno egg it. But I do have a lot of flowers, that's true.
Yeah, you have the flowers. That'll give you a +6 on the straight.
Nice. use the clicking as a shared language. Oh, and I got freaky too. Squidly Peterson begins to respond to your commands. By the end of the afternoon, you're getting pretty reliable results from both stay and follow. So +3 bonus to straights of 3 or more cards. Now that's nice.
It matters. Leveling up your boys. It's a good idea.
All right, it's Vertumnalia time. Governor Udicott is still recovering from the effects of rationing, her body quaking as she takes her place on the stage. My, what a year it's been. I'm so proud to stand before you today, on Feast Day, to enjoy the results of our hard work. This year, more than any other year, we celebrate our resolve as a community. Let us enjoy our blessings together. Hell no, participation is for joiners.
Well, you're 14, so, you know. Ooh, friendship with Cal and friendship with Anatomy.
Yeah, both of them wanted to do that. Okay, thumb wrestling. Last 30 seconds against Com. Com's the ship-wide thumb wrestling champion. Okay, so we're going to do a toughness challenge where we're trying to thumb wrestle Com.
Mind you, every single year the number of events goes up by 1. So
Yeah.
It started out like a biathlon, and then it becomes a triathlon, and she just keeps adding things, which is so good. It gives
So
big,
let's
like,
see.
I was up all night trying to come up with an idea, and I love that.
Yeah, I'll be able to get to the goal. We could go like 4-4? No.
3.
I was thinking like 3, 4, 5, 6. This one gives... Playing sports ball, I kind of want to get rid of. I don't like the whole set neighbors to this value. It makes it very difficult to make straights.
I mean, to make straights, yes. It makes it great for, like, multiple of a kind.
Yeah. So, like, if I wanted to do instead a 2 here...
Then you could get 2 2s on the side. Yeah. And then, like, the 6, or, yeah.
The 4 will get me the... Yeah.
What would the 6 do? Never mind.
Yeah. Would not have gotten me to 28. There was definitely more I could have done there. You don't beat Com at the thumb wrestle. Nobody can. He's the best. But you do manage to hold on through 10 seconds of maneuvering and fake-outs and double fake-outs. The man is a master. In fact, the things you learn from Com in those 30 seconds can be applied to the bot you have to wrestle at the end of the contest. You wonder how you never noticed before how much of bot wrestling is finesse and not just brawn. I win handily, so I'm Botathon champion again. I've got a bunch of these. Nem whines at
a bunch of botathons.
Nem whines at Com for being unfair, but she still takes second place. Minus 50 stress.
Like, if nothing else, Vertumnalia gives you that, you know?
Hi, Solane. How's Socks? I'm bringing some food to Socks. Do you want to come with? You enter the barn and Sock slithers down from the rafters with all of her many feet, both lengthwise and anatomy-wise. So she's getting, like, big.
Yeah, she's getting big.
She trills happily when Cal pulls fist-sized rocks from the sack.
Yay, rocks!
Tosses them up to her and she snaps them out of the air, pulverizing them into a shower of gravel. Let's teach Socks a new trick, but also, Cal, Socks is becoming a problem.
Oh, Socks is fine. Teach Socks new tricks.
You spend about half an hour teaching Socks how to shake a paw. There are a lot of paws to choose from, and she seems to delight in giving you a different one each time.
That's so cute.
That's very adorable.
That makes me so happy.
Your birthday's in the wet, right? Okay, so
Very close to getting perception all the way up.
we're really close to that.
Same thing with reasoning.
Tend the animals is a thing we haven't done yet. Reasoning is at 24. Like, I don't think there's a whole lot of point in me going out again.
For a bit, at least.
Say that again?
For a bit, at least.
Maybe.
Like that's the main way to get items.
That said,
Right.
kudos is doubled. That is the main way to get items.
Yeah.
Kudos is
How much-
doubled.
How much perception do you have?
My perception is at 80, I think. No, 92.
Getting that to 100 is kind of like I'd count that as a goal, personally.
Okay. And this will get me biology, organizing, which I need more of. So perception, though, is mostly for going out, right?
Yeah, but the third perception perk is I think, if I remember correctly, as somebody who's played this, the ability to avoid the stall traps.
Got it. Okay, so
So
we're in the plains, and that gives us +3.
yeah.
But did I already do all the things here?
Did you check before you clicked it?
I did not stop to check, no.
There's that one at least.
Alright, let's see. A baby photosynth shagging purple fur with leaves growing out. We're going to do a perception challenge, because that's the thing I'm trying to build up.
You do have increased social gains right now, which is fun. Or is that kudos? That's
Increase kudos. So if I can do the total equal to the goal, that might be a good thing to do, but now, can I do exactly 7?
Yeah, if you put them if you don't have them touch. But you can also put in as many as you can to see if you can hit the super goal.
Yeah.
Because if you hit the super goal exactly, that'll also do it.
Super goal is 15.
It's not the most by far, but
It's gonna get us the extra kudos, which is good.
Yeah.
You climb up a tree to get an angle from above. It's very avant-garde. We got some kudos. We're at 95 perception.
And you're gonna get what, 2 just from being in here?
Yeah. So the question is, because I know it reset at some
Find a way
point.
to get 3, right?
Hey, what's up, Dis? Okay, we do have
And there's a flower on the side.
a flower. Oh, there it is. This is so boring. We've seen everything here already. The other surveyors are going cool places like the subaqueous swamp, places that are actually dangerous. The Valley of Vertigo is pretty cool. Yeah, I've been there. It's neat, but Utopia sends people out there to forage, and I just want more adventure than picking berries.
Valid.
We're just here all the time, even though we know everything about it. Utopia says we need to come back every year and take 2 new readings, in Quiet here and in Pollen in the Valley, and we have to be patient, because we can't just take stuff without letting nature replenish itself, which is weird because we know that the loggers are like straight up strip mining places.
There's multiple factions in the
colony
Yeah, definitely.
for sure.
Okay, looking for more perception. Here we go. It's a cloudy day. You hear the crash of thunder from somewhere nearby, like it's getting closer. Suddenly, a massive, impossibly tall something. Oh, we've already done this. I'm going to stay calm and analyze its movement.
Hell yeah.
You watch
That's
through the
one
clouds. Wow. As the next leg breaks through, you dodge it. It slams down where you'd been with enough force to crush a boulder to dust. The creature is so unbelievably massive. Like how do the people in the colony not see this thing?
Oh, it's because it's in the clouds, so it's hidden by the cloud.
It's so big. Okay, +1 animals. We hope it never wanders closer to the colony because it will wreck it. It will wreck the entire colony.
Wreck our shit, absolutely. It'll wreck our shit the same way that Nem wrecks us. Was there anything south? Or did you already get there?
I don't think there was anything south, yeah.
Because I know
Hey.
that there, like, where that one boss event was. That one time.
I'm not letting this fruit get away with being delicious. Ooh.
Ooh.
The bushub is not happy with me. We're going to do animals because we're pretty close to that.
And also because we've been generally pretty good with animals up until now. So
Yeah, please don't be mad at me.
I didn't know you didn't want me to eat your snacks. I can only speak animal.
Like, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Solid.
Because now, like, 25, yeah, easy.
25 you can get.
I can get 25 now, probably, but I'm not going to worry too much about it.
Love that. I'd keep the value as wild.
If you can manage it.
Yeah, I'll hold on to that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's useful. You have 2 6s. So you could go, put the red 6 at the end, the rainbow 6 in the middle. You also have the values wild, yeah. I would switch your rainbow and your red. Not that
Right.
it matters because of...
Yeah.
And then, a 2 at the end.
Okay, +2 animals. We got 6 more on animals. And we are at 95 still on perception. Oh, wait.
Pretty
Yeah.
close.
I will only take a little.
Be nice.
And I will get some colony food. Now, I know there's
How many
one...
animals you said you needed? 6 more or 5 more?
5 more.
Nice.
But I'm going to get 3. So... I only really need 2.
Yeah.
That's a dead end. We can always come back to it.
Yeah.
Take a break and play in the snow.
Always use the snow.
Probably should have worn gloves because it's acid.
Yeah, we know that it was acid too. This is like we're still gonna play in it though. Nobody can stop me.
Oh yeah, it's one of these. We'll repeat the pattern again. And that gives me animals.
Nice.
They can't move, but learn about the world from blah blah blah. We've seen this one before. What we really need is a perception.
You got one more.
In theory, I could just go back now, and I could just take a class for perception.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then I'll have to sleep the month after. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going home. There's nothing else here for me. Like, perception, I'm pretty sure I can, like, I think the watchtower might give me perception.
Possibly.
I don't know. We'll see. Keep up, Squidly.
Ridley Peterson.
Am I going the right way?
Yeah,
Okay. You know me.
I do know you.
I'm never sure if I'm going the right way. Yeah, we'll head home. Save that last little bit of energy for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my perception is now at 98.
Which is, like, not a low number for, what, 14? 14 years old?
Where are we at now? It's late dust.
Yeah.
They're late wet. Yeah.
Yeah, the twins are late wet.
Yeah, lookout duty is +3 perception. Let's go. Your solo watch is interrupted by the sounds of soft footsteps padding down the wall toward you. To your surprise, Governor Udicott stops next to you and stares out into the wilderness as well, her gnarled brown hands resting on the wall. I often come here to think. She's talking to me? It's hard to hear your own thoughts when you're cooped up inside command. You must get a lot of time to think out here, don't you, Solane? Thinking's not my job, ma'am. Yeah, I do. I'm sure.
You're a scientist.
Right? Thinking is literally my job.
Your job.
Sometimes I look down on the colony, and sometimes I look out into the forest. No matter where I look, I think about every hardship we face and everyone we've overcome. I think about what we're doing here and the things we're taking and the footprints we're leaving. I wonder what the animals think of us. Cutting down trees, building our big walls, trying to grow our funny little alien plants. It must be so strange to them. I honest to God think this planet hates us.
Like, maybe, but, you know, the one that we currently live on also hates us, so...
Right, it's just that ours is a lot less aggressive about it. Like, this planet has literally attacked us and is attacking us as we speak.
Look, if Earth had the ability to attack us, I think it would be. Speaking of which, there's forest fires.
Yeah.
Like hurricanes and shit. So maybe it is.
But I definitely feel the anger rising from the tops of the trees, every rattling bush a menace. Maybe. And she leaves without saying goodbye. That's fair. Getting to work.
It's like she is, like, old and kind of confused a little bit. Like, she has thoughts, but she's also like, why am I here? So here's the thing. If you set the neighbors to this value, but if you put that in the middle somewhere, and you put the +2 to red cards, it will now set everything to 4.
That's pretty cool. So that gets me there.
What if you make the value as wild, hit that with a red egg?
The value is wild if I hit it with a red egg?
Yeah, it'll turn it red.
Oh, that's true. We'll take it. Gives me the bonus perception, so perception is now maxed out.
Oh.
So we're in early wet. New perk. Avoid blocking events. Slip past all path blocking explore events. Interesting.
Yeah. Which means you can now explore and, like, only do the boss event.
Yeah, I can go gather all of those thingies.
Pick up the boss event and then move on.
Okay.
Like,
now, because both my kudos are doubled and my mental skills are increased, I think this time
how many months you got for those?
Kudos are doubled for 3 months.
This is the
Although
last month.
I think that started so, and then for 3 months +1 to my mental skills.
Yeah, because you maxed the thing. So you might need to relax.
I do need to relax. How do I want to relax? Because I did already level up my pet.
Yeah, so you don't. It depends on if you want friendship with Cal, I guess, or Diz.
Yeah, we'll go up here and chill with this for a bit. The only spot of excitement this month was when you filled in for Nem when she needed to use the bathroom. By chance, you happened to notice a small pack of Hop Eyes starting to chew through some cables. We've already talked about this before.
Get rid of that discovering. Nobody needs it. We're adults now.
Okay, so food is no longer an issue, but we're still worried about, like, things attacking us.
Yes.
We're going to do the xenobotany thing.
It's a good one.
You report to work in the geoponics laboratory, bringing along a sample of the weird, spongy, purple-pink stuff you found in the fog cloud. You know, the time you almost died? So we're going to go ahead and analyze that immediately. Scrutinizing your sample under the microscope and then with the spectrometer, you compare the spores to known substances. You determine it shares a chemical compound seen in fungi with psychotropic effects. Huh. That explains some things. What have you been seeing, Dad? What have you been seeing? You think
And
about...
And I have so many questions.
This topiary covered in this stuff. They were all grouped together in the same place by that weird hole. Did the fungus make them go there? Yes, it did, which is why Dad constantly wants to leave.
Yeah.
Take a look at these. He's kept detailed records of the air quality, humidity, and temperature spanning back almost to the day you landed here. There are even some actual air samples preserved in vacuum tubes.
Fun.
You take a look, and sure enough, the spores are always present in the air here, and get much worse during pollen. Could this be what makes your dad sick every year? Is it trying to colonize him like those creatures? Yes, absolutely. You remember the chief engineer saying she believed the shimmer was caused by some sort of fungus. Could this be it? Looking for a way to neutralize it, you hit the archives again.
Your dad was getting reversed colonized. Confusing.
Well, it's like those, the ants and bugs that get the fungus that causes them to crawl up to the top of a leaf and get eaten by a bird. Because the fungus needs the bird's stomach to propagate, apparently.
That's awful.
It's really terrible, yeah. For the heavy scientists, we're calling in Dr. Instance. Yeah. This is strong work. You say you gathered the sample yourself? That's impressive for someone your age. Thanks, I almost died.
Yes.
She summons Tang to join you. Please get Tangent up to date on your research. She'll take it from here. She has more of a mind for these things.
Okay, yes, but rude. Excuse me.
First off, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not passing judgment on your abilities. You clearly know this research well, and I can find nothing wrong with your methods. Still, something this important and dangerous should be done in more controlled conditions. Tangent has been scrolling through your research. This is good work, but this is a medical problem, not a gardening one. We're already studying the shimmer, so just think of it as combining your research with ours. I'd like to work with you on this, actually. I can't believe you got all of this from just a sample. Aww! If you'd like, Solane, you can stop by the lab later to check on our progress. So if I want to go back to the lab, I can. First collectible use is free. That's nice.
Right? Which means you don't use it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna use a collectible, you might as well fucking do it, right?
Now, I can use one of these for free.
Yes, they're free.
I'll use a medicinal root to draw something. Nothing useful. Alright, I'm just going to take the 29. And I nailed it.
And it's not like you used, like, you didn't go and take one out of your pack, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? We're so close to that animal's up.
Okay, late wet.
birthdays.
It is birthdays.
It is.
I have not given Cal a birthday cake yet.
Yeah, but we also don't know when Cal's birthday is.
Oh, not Cal. I meant Dis. Hi, Dis. I dare you too. I need 80 bravery for that.
Sense. He goes, what, 20, 40, 80 or something? They all do that.
They both like the medicinal roots. It seems you've remembered my birthday. How thoughtful of you. Oh, and then she does say thank you at the end. Yeah, she's not a big fan of the flowers. Fair enough.
Getting a cake for Dis or no?
No, I gave Dis a medicine. At least I'm pretty sure
You have the money to get that plas cutter you were looking at.
The plas cutter I already have.
Or the, the big
There was a gun, yes. Especially with the glow coming. Autoplay best hand.
It's a little bit, it's not always the best hand.
No, I'm going for 50 for this drone rifle.
×2 bonus for red pairs?
Yeah. These are the same. It's just that this one gives me plus 50 combat.
Well, no, one is +2 bonus, the other one is ×2 bonus.
Yeah.
And you can't actually afford the drone rifle. You need a little bit more for that.
I need a little bit more for that, so we're going to wait. But we are, for the purposes of... I was thinking about... There's a perk, apparently, that allows me to equip more than one thing?
Yeah, Organization 1.
Ah, well, I'm not there yet either. Okay, so what am I doing?
I'd say up your animals since you're so close.
Animals are really close, you're right.
You could, 10 animals. Because that'll also give you empathy?
Yep, and I have not done tending the animals yet. You meet your dad by the animal pens, fresh and ready for your first day at your new job. Oh, Pumpkin, I'm sorry to tell you, you're a little overdressed for this position. You're going to get dirtier than all heck today, so put on these overalls and get to work.
Thanks, Dad.
I know they're cute, but these ladies aren't pets, they're livestock. They're not really domesticated, they're more like tame. We give the animals lots of room to roam, we feed them well. They're not going to get chased down by bigger animals. We help them when they're sick. It's a pretty good deal, but they're still pretty wild. Yeah, I know, I've been soaked with milk before.
You hope it was milk.
I hope it was milk. We were pretty lucky that Vertumna has herd animals, makes it a little easier. So what do you want to learn out first? I don't think we should eat animal stuff. No, I'm fine with it.
Becoming a carnivore.
I just picked up a bristle slug, so I want to talk about that one. Yeah, we've got a ton of them. They're slow and gentle, easy to catch. Don't let the spikes fool you. They're actually really cuddly and don't mind when you pet them. It actually helps them. In the wild, they'd be scratching up all sorts of things to knock off those itchy berries. Apparently the berries are not good for them, or they are itchy. They're not really berries, they're more like eggs. But they're like berries because they're sweet, and you know what? Never mind, Vertumnan animals are pretty weird. Yeah, they are. Okay, let's talk about float cows. Here they are, beautiful, aren't they? And pretty gross. You don't want to know where they make their milk, but I will give you a hint. It's not dairy. It's not any weirder than when people used to drink cow's milk. I mean, who's the first guy that decided to do that? See, now this is a logical fallacy that people come to. They make it seem like there was a person who just decided to do it. No, we've been drinking milk since before we were humans. And like animals have utilized other animals for food and sustenance again since before we were humans. There was no first guy who decided to do that, Dad. It's just a thing that we do as a species.
Gross.
I obviously care about this a lot. We figured out that if we keep feeding them what they'd be eating during the pollen, they'll keep making milk year round. It makes them heavy enough that they don't float away, otherwise we'd have to keep them on leads. Alright, sugar bugs. These guys are pretty cool. They're a colony just like us, and if you tickle them, you get, I know this one, sugar bug syrup. Pretty neat. And then the tripets, because this is one that I tried to harvest, right? And I was like, well, I kind of feel bad because apparently it's hurting. No joke, we thought these guys were just plants for the first couple of years. We transplanted them from the wild into the greenhouses, but I guess that was just part of their lifestyle, because it turns out they're sentient and can move around and stuff. We moved them out of the greenhouses into the barns, but we really don't treat them differently. They mostly just sit there.
Yeah, because they're kind of plants, though. Like, realistically, they're as like animal that a plant can be.
We need someone to
Right.
muck out the float cow stables. They might float, but their poop doesn't, which is honestly a good thing.
Yeah.
I would not want to deal with having to clean up floating poop.
Yeah, that would be subpar, I think.
Okay, the last one's going to be a 3. So let's see. It's the last card becoming a 3 that's the problem.
Right.
So I'll get a win. Do I care enough to do... Like, I've got plenty of mushwood.
Yeah. Good. Mushroom wood that 3 at the end. Oh, no, you can't. Right.
Oh, right, because it becomes a 3. All right, never mind. There was only a 31. We got pretty close. And that gets my animals up. Equip an additional gear. Okay.
Yay.
Which is important because we are about to head into the glow.
Oh, you should equip the gear now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You know, just like a flat +2 to all red challenges.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna, I mean, eventually I'm gonna change it out for the drone rifle, but like, again,
Solid.
this is our 5th year here. We know that some shit's gonna go down, right? Like,
Ooh. Yeah, cool. Fire.
the forest is too quiet.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
No, you're not going for a run.
Is he still trying to go for a run?
Yeah. Anemone really wants to go out for a run in the dark. And I'm like, no.
Honestly, if I would have had, I would be having issues, like struggles constantly, because I would want to be outside all the time during the glow. It's gorgeous out there.
Okay, so combat's currently at 48.
Mm.
Reasoning is getting up there. And they did say that we should go in here and check out
The lab.
the lab, which would be life sciences, yeah?
Yeah, or maybe engineering.
We're going to do the life sciences
engineering.
thing.
Yeah.
Tangent and Chief Engineer Instance have been hard at work trying to find a cure for the Shimmer disease. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. You join them in their research. You're the one who found the sample. You're the one whose father suffers the most from it. You confirm that the shimmer is an airborne fungal disease and that the thick, choking spores and pollen are the same fungi from the Valley of Vertigo, the ones that colonize the host and turn their bodies into more spore-producing fungus. Finally, you have a long-due breakthrough: sunlight. You try inoculations, antibiotics, antifungal creams, but what really works is high-intensity light treatment mimicking the full force of the sun's during dust, coupled with an injection to increase its potency. Of course, the fungus colonizes animal life during the pollen, and some succumb to it, but the intense light of dust scourges the fungus from the survivors. Which is probably part of why there was such a big fog around the cave, right? That fog would have blocked out the sun. The treatment works on samples, now to test it on a subject. We're going to test it on me. You open a triple-locked research room and pass through an airlock. You don't have your envirosuit on, but that's the point. You need a strong dose of this fungus in your lungs. Especially since, like, my genetics, I'm specifically worried about my dad, right? And using a subject that has half of the genetics of the worst subject.
Yeah.
The small room is filled with shimmer fungus. It's growing on everything, the floor and the walls, and on lumpy shapes that were some kind of biological matter once. Now it's all just fungus, violet and shiny. You breathe deeply, marveling in the feeling of soupy, dangerous air infiltrating your body. I don't like anything about how that was phrased.
Yeah, that was phrased uniquely.
You can't tell if she's jealous or impressed. Next, you slide into the light therapy machine to bask in the nice warm light for a while. You even have a nap. Dr. Instance takes your vitals, runs samples of your fluids through various machines. She's excruciatingly thorough, as she should be. After a few days, she concludes that the treatment is a success. You still carry a high fungal load, but its effects have been nullified by the light therapy.
And you don't feel the need to go walking out into the fucking sun.
Remarkable. Going over your findings. Now that we have a frontline therapy, we can begin treating the population to prevent the fungus from taking hold.
Excellent.
Solane's discovery will be of great help with our other research. Good. I'm glad that she's not mad about the credit, right? I don't feel like Tangent is in it for the credit. I feel like she's in it for the exploration and the curiosity.
Yeah.
The colony is safe from Shimmer. Father is not dead. That's what I was worried about. I'm 100% certain that there are ways during this run for Father to die from that sickness.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure, I'm not going to pretend everyone's safe now, but at least this one thing is under control.
The completionist in me did have to go through a run where I forcibly had to let my father die, which was rough. Cried. Listen, I cried. It was sad. I had emotion feelings, and I was like, but I could save him. I could save him, no. And then I'm like, but I can't. I want the achievement.
The roar wakes you, it would wake the dead. It shakes the walls, rumbles through the ship's hull, and makes your heart skip a beat. You're paralyzed by a sudden clench of fear in your gut. Through your porthole window, you hear metal screeching and people shouting. Then another roar, guttural and rumbling like the sound of a mountain collapsing. Something enormous is out there.
Bad.
You don't know what gives you the courage, but you run out to the fields to face the horrible creature, Oh my God.
It has no.
That is terrifying. That is absolutely horrendous.
Maybe that's the cover photo.
It might be. That's, and look at Anemone there with a rake.
And her brother?
Yeah, with what looks like a ball. Anyway. In place of a face or even a head, its body just unzips, revealing a mess of writhing pink tentacles and blinking eyes pocked with jagged asymmetrical teeth. It stands on 4 enormously powerful legs, each as wide across as tree trunks. Yeah, don't like any of this. Clinging to its back and its thick slug-like tail are clumps of lichen that grow faintly in the night. The creature is nearly twice the height of a greenhouse. It's standing on top of a flattened one, the wreckage of lattice and plants all around, flickers of light from plas rifles and stun gloves light it from underneath, and the stench of ozone is thick in the air. God, look at all those teeth, too.
So many teeth.
You see Nem and her brother Com darting in and around its legs with their twin shocks of red hair. The faceless creature lurches into another greenhouse, oblivious to the soldiers trying to herd it away. So again, they're coming after the food supply. Again, they're coming after. There is something in there. Maybe one of the earth plants is doing something to them. There is something happening in the botany area in the greenhouse that is really messing with these animals.
Yeah, they're just like, it's very targeted.
The monster
You
left
know?
a trail of destruction from where it smashed right through the walls. Smaller creatures are pouring in through the gap and they're heading straight to command. You watch helplessly as hordes of animals storm command, sneaking through torn away panels and smashing through windows. It's too far away to hear the screams, but Governor Udicott is inside. So I can either help Nem and Com, save the governor, or try to fight the faceless monster.
I'd go after Udicott personally.
You think?
That's what I would do, but that doesn't mean that's what you would do.
She can't defend herself,
You can't defend
right?
yourself.
She's super old. Nem and Com are probably gonna be okay. Like, they're pretty awesome. They've probably got this. Although, if I make this decision and one of them dies, I'm gonna be so mad.
Are you gonna be mad at me? Don't be mad at me.
No, just mad in general. The smaller creatures are making a beeline for command, slipping into the heart of the colony while the defense squad is distracted. The line of slinking, many-legged beasts pass by easier targets, moving with eerie tactical purpose.
Fucked up.
The scene in command is chaos. The blast doors would have protected the bridge from depressurization in space are held open by a mound of corpses, both human and animal.
Woof.
And inside, you hear Governor Udicott screaming for someone to help her. All right, let's go. +2 bonus, +5 bonus to straights. So I really want to do straights here.
Yeah. You gotta...
Hold on. No.
You could do 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, no, that'll be a 6.
That's going to be a 6. Yeah.
You could do 6 across the board and work on straights when you have more options.
I think I can go 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Solid.
Yeah, this is an important one. Like we're trying to save someone's life here.
True. Is this going to be a defining moment for you?
It might be. We'll see.
You could make that 4 or 6.
So
Like,
I can't.
you've already succeeded. At this point, we're fucking around, right?
Yeah. At this point, I'm just trying to get the super goal or whatever.
Look, hear me out. 2 2s, 2 3s. Or 2 2s. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can go full house.
Yeah. It's a solid number. I don't care.
Yeah, could have gotten 7 more, but it doesn't matter. You beat back enough beasts to help Udicott escape the bridge. As you shelter under a meeting room table, you hear horrible noises from the rest of the ship. Metal screeching, that terrible abomination roaring, the sounds of creatures outside tearing their way through the hallways and trashing everything. Suddenly, the ship lurches and drops a few feet, buckling under the weight of something massive. Out of the porthole window, you see a fleshy pink tentacle slap against the side of the ship before the faceless abomination crashes to the ground, taking the entire outer wall of the ship with it.
Woof. Goodbye, ship.
Udicott sobs quietly into her hands in the sudden silence until the all clear. The council calls an all-colony meeting to face the aftermath of the attack. In the oppressive gloom of the glow, you gather near engineering with the other survivors. It's one of the few buildings still standing. The corpse of the Faceless still sits in the caved-in wreckage of the stratospheric, spilling its flaccid pink tentacles from its horrible zipper-toothed maw. It's already beginning to stink. Governor Udicott takes the stage and thanks you personally for rescuing her during the attack. Because of your bravery, the colony still has its leader. She also acknowledges the bravery of the defense squad, citing their heroism and finally taking down the Faceless. If only it hadn't gotten away from them and stampeded right into the stratospheric, at least they stopped it before it got into engineering, as it would have activated the reactor and left a crater the size of an asteroid impact. Geoponics is gone. The greenhouses destroyed and the fields trampled. After a year of suffering, starving, and only barely scraping by, you're not just back where you started, it's even worse. The entire front half of the stratospheric has been destroyed. The living quarters, the canteen, the garrison, the lounge, even the creche, it's all gone. It's only by some stroke of luck that people are still hiding in the creche weren't all killed. Oh no, come! Governor Udicott solemnly reads the names of those who lost their lives. Too many. You all stand for a moment of silence. You feel the weight of loss like a blow to your chest. Nem and her family cry out when her brother Com's name is called, and their quiet sobbing continues through the silence. Now, I don't necessarily know that I would have been able to save Com there. If I had known for sure, I actually probably would have saved Com over the governor. But, I mean, he knew what he was getting into, right? Like,
Oh,
you don't go and try to take aggro on a creature the size of a goddamn building without knowing that there's going to be some risk.
so there's only one death in this game that you cannot save.
Even in future playthroughs?
Yeah, no. There's only one death that will happen no matter what you do.
With the living quarters destroyed, everyone moves into the engineering wing for shelter. You're crowded into the classroom with other families. The adults try to make it seem like a sleepover, but you're still so shaken. That makes sense. Nem cries about her brother and screams at anyone who tries to comfort her. Eventually, you just ignore her grief, as painful as it is to hear her sobbing at night. So we gain the status in mourning.
Yep.
All skill increases reduced by 1, and some jobs can't be performed.
Yeah.
You feel like you've been awake for days, and you'll never fully sleep again. You try, but you keep jerking awake, crying out in fear. Eventually, you fall asleep sitting up, held in your father's arms. Your sleep is fitful, but mercifully dreamless. Oof.
Yeah. I think you should walk around real quick, not talk to anyone, because I know we normally end on this, but like...
Yeah, look at the quarters are gone. All of hydroponics is gone.
The door's gone, so you can't leave. There's really only a few things you can do.
The wall is completely wrecked. The sports ball arena's gone. The classroom's gone, or mostly gone. No, the classroom's fine, but the defense area is gone. And that's weird. That was the end of the year, right? I didn't see a summary.
Yes.
Normally, there's a summary at the end of the year.
Correct.
But
normally there's a summary.
Either way, well, I mean, we managed to get through a couple of years without losing anybody, so I guess that was good. But
And we saved someone, so we could have lost 2 people.
Calm. Of all people, calm. It sucks. I hate it.
I cried. Just
Yeah.
now, like I have tears on my face.
It's not great. It's not great. Wow, almost 2.5 hours this year, but this is the halfway point, right?
This is the halfway point.
We have reached the halfway point of our time here on Vertumna.
We're almost 15.
I'm a little worried that the rest of the job is going to get done and we're going to lose the rest of the colony this year. But that, friends, is a tale for another video. If you watch this whole thing and you're also crying, I'm sorry.
Leave it in the comments.
Leave it in the comments. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next year here on Vertumna.